Hello, we meet again in the VNews Broadcast Daily and following today's highlights.
A conference in Ho Chi Minh City underlines key role of personnel work in building the party. President Trương Tấn Sang awards titles for prosecutors and judges. Consumer price index in Hanoi rises 0.57% in August over July due to soaring price of fuel.
A national conference discussing the implementation of the Politburo conclusion on renovating personnel work underlined the key role of personnel work in building the party. It closed in Ho Chi Minh City on August 21st. Our reporter will have more.
As many as 154 presentations were delivered to the conference, exploring what to be done immediately in party building. In his closing speech, Do Huy Rua, Party Politburo member and head of the Commission for Organization of the Communist Party of Vietnam Central Committee, pointed out that personnel work plays a key role in party building. He also laid stress on the adoption of regulations on competence and responsibility of officers' top leaders in personnel assessments, as well as in other phases of personnel work. An effective, thorough mechanism for monitoring personnel work must be created to remove the abuse of personnel power, so attempts to reduce collective leadership can be avoided, Rua said. Speaking at the opening section of the conference, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng emphasized the pressing need for personnel training, especially for those in leadership and management. The party leader stressed that, as a complex issue, personnel work must be implemented using the principle of centralized democracy.
President Trương Tấn Sang on August 20th awarded titles to 25 prosecutors of the Supreme People's Procuracy, 4 prosecutors of the Central Military Procuracy, and a judge of the Central Military Court.
At the ceremony held in the Presidential Palace in Hanoi, Sang said the titles were the result of each person's effort and the building and development of staff for the sectors. To successfully implement the task of judicial reform, the President asked the judicial and procuracy sectors to continue building cadres and staff while implementing pressing issues of the party building work. He expressed his belief that the newly appointed prosecutors would contribute to successfully implementing the tasks of the judiciary and procuracy sectors in the future.
Vietnamese agencies and United Nations organizations signed a document relating to the expansion of the existing Higher Engineering Education Alliance program. The signing in Hanoi August 20th saw the presence of Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Thiện Nhân. Let's have a look.
The expanded HEEAP program focuses on training leaders and lecturers, developing curricula, laboratories and facilities, and a distance learning network, and teaching English from 2013 to 2017. It also looks to set up data systems for universities and colleges' engineering programs. The program will involve the participation of the Vietnamese Ministry of Education and Training, the Vocational Training General Department of the Ministry of Labor, Work Invalids and Social Affairs, the United States International Development Agency, Intel Group, the Arizona State University, and a number of companies. Within its framework, the Ministry of Education and Training and the Arizona State University signed an agreement on training lecturers in English worth over $4 million. HEEAP has trained more than 100 university and college teachers since its launch in 2010. An additional 1,000 lecturers are expected to benefit from the program, with the participation of 12 groups and businesses.
Almost 500 Vietnamese, French, and international mathematicians are attending a joint congress of the Vietnamese and French mathematical societies. The event, kicked off in the former imperial city of Hue on August 20th, is the first of its kind in Vietnam.
President of the Vietnam Mathematical Society, Professor Lê Tuấn Hòa, said the 4-day Congress will hear 13 reports focusing on the role of mathematics in society and the relationship between the science and other fields. At the plenary session, participants will listen to presentations from Ngô Bảo Châu, director of the Vietnam Institute for Advanced Studies in Mathematics, Đinh Tiến Cường from the Paris University, and Benedict Cross from the Harvard University. On this occasion, the two societies will discuss bilateral cooperation in the field.
Officials from Laos Ministry of Natural Resources and the Environment and Vietnam's National Chemicals Group met in Vientiane on August 20th to review the ongoing surveying for potassium in Laos Central Region. Our correspondent will tell us more.
In September 2008, the Vietnam National Chemicals Group were officially licensed by the Lao government to survey for deposits of potassium on 196.5 square kilometers of land in Nong Bok District in Kham Muộn Province and Saibuli District in Savannakhet Province. The surveying of the project, whose investment capital is $450 million and mining operation is 20 years, has been completed, paving the way for potential large-scale industrial production and processing in the future. On top of this, the Vietnam National Chemicals Group has also been granted permission to open a processing plant to produce potassium on 10 square kilometers. Once operational next year, the plant will provide potassium for the domestic market and gradually ease the country's reliance on imports.
Consumer Price Index CPI of Hanoi rose 0.57% in August against the previous month due to the soaring price of fuel, the Municipal Statistics Office said on August 20th. Let's have a look.
The office said the figure also represented a 2.86% increase from the last month of 2011 and was a rebound after 2 consecutive months of decline. Out of the 11 baskets of commodities measured, only post and telecommunication services remain unchanged against last month. The biggest price hike was seen in the group of housing, electricity, water, fuel, and building materials, which rose 2.89%. It was followed by transportation services at 1.1%. Experts attributed the hike mainly to the rising price of fuels, such as gas, petrol, and electricity. Month-on-month price increases ranging from 0.33% to 0.65% were recorded for garment, footwear, beverages and cigarettes, household goods and utensils, medicine and health services.
As soon as the national program to stockpile 500,000 tons of rice came to an end, domestic rice prices began to rise sharply.
In the Mekong Delta, the price of RER 50404 rice stands at 4,800 to 5,000 Vietnam dongs per kilo, up by 400 to 500 Vietnam dong a kilo from a week ago. In some localities, this kind of rice can be sold for 5,000 to 5,700 Vietnam dongs a kilo, the highest price since the summer-autumn crop. According to the Vietnam Food Association, rice prices will increase strongly from now until the end of the year. This is due to unreasonable weather conditions in India and China, which has resulted in a higher demand for rice across the globe. The association also reported that by August 9, Vietnamese businesses exported 4.35 million tons of rice overseas, earning $1.94 billion.
40 most outstanding contestants nationwide will vie for Miss Vietnam title at the final night at Tiên Sơn Sport Palace, the central city of Da Nang, on August 25th. The news was announced at the press conference in Da Nang City on August 20th.
The pageant themed Shining Beauty was organized by the Vanguard newspaper. It saw the participation of over 1,000 contestants, aged between 20 and 22, nationwide. The crowned Miss Vietnam will be awarded 300 million Vietnamese dong in cash prize. The second runner-up will receive 150 million Vietnamese dong, and the third will collect 100 million Vietnamese dong. Sidelights awards include Miss Talent, Miss Beach, Miss Áo Dài, Best Face, Best Skin, and Best Hair. Each winner will receive 30 million Vietnamese dong.
And this is the end of our news today. Thanks for joining us and see you next time.